Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Madden 17 Road to Glory on my channel, and hope everyone had a good Christmas and a good New Year. I know I've had a little bit of a hiatus from the videos, but we're back with videos now. I know we're doing these a little bit more often because obviously the football season is coming to the close and the game is just getting so many good cards at the moment, just all throughout the game. So I'll be doing a lot more of these episodes because we have a good coin balance in the top right, and we also have a pretty good team going on now. The team is my solos team at the moment, and if you're very observant, you know a little bit about the game. We've been doing the Ultimate Seasons objectives to work our way towards the mid-season master Josh Norman, and I'll show you how we're doing with that so far. As you can see, we're getting there. We have the collectible. I managed to do all the solos over the course of the Christmas period for this guy. All we need is the Man of the Month collectible, really. I can pick up these badges here and there, work my way towards them, or just buy them, to be honest. Buy them for about 20 each. So that's about 100k in there. The other ones I've worked towards just by getting players and flogging them and using the profits to pick up the badges. And I might show a little bit of what I've been doing regarding that in a minute, but just for now, we're working our way towards the Man of the Month collectible, which I'm going to wait for the January Man of the Month because none of these team heroes look fantastic to me, to be honest. The ones I haven't got anyway, and I don't want to duplicate them for now. I know I need to do it next month because I need a certain number of collectibles for the new Man of the Month hero, depending on who that is. But for now, none of these guys I particularly want to get who are reasonably priced. But just for example, I've already got the Chargers player Tyrell Williams. Just as an example, I've been picking up a hell of a lot of players. As you can see by the items, we have nearly a full binder. But for most teams, I've got all the bronzes and all the silvers, and the golds are easier to pick up because they're more often on the market. Cowboys I'm a little bit behind on, but every other team I've got a little spreadsheet which I'm using to see how many players I have for each team, and quite a few of them we do have completed. As you can see, the Giants here. I'm thinking about getting Sterling Shepard, but I have a feeling that the team hero for next month is going to be better. And we already have a hell of a lot of wide receivers on the team. I already got Theo Riddick. Packers, I'm waiting for next month because I don't need a left tackle, but I have all of these guys. But just showing you as an example there, I have a lot of these players. And I'm just looking to slowly pick them up, but I'm running out of space in the binder for them. So as soon as next month hits, I'll lock in every silver and every gold, every bronze card for each team, because I've pretty much got all of them, barring a few teams that do have very expensive silvers and bronzes. Like, not expensive in the grand scheme of things, but considering I have to get 10 of each for 32 teams, if they're like 1,000 each just for the bronzes, that ends up being I think about 100k just for the bronzes, which I'm going to put into sets. For players which I'm not really going to use, I'm just doing it for the collectible. And then you've got to factor in the silvers and the golds. It really does add up. So I'm sniping a hell of a lot of these players and I spent a hell of a long time doing it. But I have got quite a few of the teams completed. As you can see, Texans, we're getting there as well. I think majority of the teams I have at least half of the golds, and I have all silvers and all bronzes. So if you're working your way towards this, do let me know down in the comments. Or if there is an easier way for me to do it, let me know down in the comments as well, because it is very time consuming doing something like this. And also, if you're enjoying the episode, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments. But I'll show you the team we have for now. This is the solos team I've been using just, to work my way through contracts and things. And they also have the, I think it's called the Ultimate Master Chemistry, I think, or Ultimate Seasons Chemistry. It's one of the two. But it's very good, actually. It's not good enough considering the players aren't high rated enough for head-to-head. But for solos, it's very good because they get extra speed, extra awareness, extra acceleration, things like that. And the players are good as well. We've got Tavon Austin, Mike Evans, we've got Okung, we've got Giovanni Bernard. And on defence, we do have quite a few good players as well. We have Skandrick in there, we have Joseph, we have a lot of good players. But I'll go to our main team, which is 91 overall for now. Very close to a 92, and we do have the coins to make it a 92, but this is how it's looking. We got Sue as defensive tackle, who you might not have seen since last time. We got Garrett in there as well. They both have inside blitzer chem, but unfortunately it doesn't give them an overall boost, which would put us up to 92, I think. And on offense, if you haven't seen my other videos, you won't know the upgrades we have. But we have Randy Moss, who I'm going to put in as our wide receiver number 2. And got this through a glitch. If you don't know about the glitch, go and watch my other video, the Merry Christmas. Apologies for the terrible pun, but go and watch that one if you can. And I will put Tim Brown as another receiver as well, just for this one. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the team. As you can see, we've got Jerry Rice as our number 1 receiver. I'm going to put Randy Moss as the number 1 receiver, just because I think he'll be better in a number 1 due to the speed, the jumping. Route running will be more effective for our number 2. So Jerry Rice for us will be good in that slot. Overall, no weak positions. We've also got Dorsett, who I built for about 60k, I think. I mean, he doesn't get any insane upgrades from his Dallas chemistry, but he does go up to a 94. So I'm going to give him a go. If he isn't good enough, there's a lot of new cards out, which I'll go through in a second, who I'm tempted to pick up. Everywhere else, I'm pretty happy with. We got Justin, I think it's Justin Peters or Jason Peters. Jason Peters as our fullback for now, just because of that run blocking. I mean, 89 run blocking. He is a lineman out of position at fullback, and that 88 truck in. He's not quick, but if I just want to slam up the middle with the fullback, he'll act like a Dontari Poe type of guy. And he's actually higher overall at 92, so he'll do very well for us there. But I'll show you the new players that are in the game. Stafford's up to a 90 as well. I'm thinking of upgrading him to a higher overall version of himself, but I'm waiting till his price drops a little bit, which it should do soon. But the new players that are in the game who I'm thinking of picking up, obviously Lions players straight away, but what did come out recently is... Oh, Chad Johnson's really gone down in price. Anyway, Campus Heroes have just come out as well, and I'm thinking of getting a few of these guys. If you look at some of the new chemistries as well, they're very good. Secure Tackler, prevents auto-broken tackles, which is unbelievable. I mean, especially over the middle, that's going to come in insanely handy. So that CJ Mosley card will be phenomenal. There's also... Obviously, A. Sean Robinson, I'm thinking of picking up, just because he's a Lions player, to be honest. He has very good chems as well. He'll match up nicely with Sue. And Abdullah as well, I'm thinking of getting. Him and Theo Riddick might be my running back combo. But, I mean, obviously I can get better. But they both look like pretty solid targets, to be honest, for the team. So, I mean, I know Theo Riddick's good, because he's very good receiving back. And Abdullah should be very good at running up the gut against teams. But I think... I have a bid on this guy for 20k, up in about an hour. I made that bid about 8 hours ago, so hopefully no one does jump the gun on that. But for now, that's the team we're going to have. If you do have any ideas for the Man of the Month collectibles side of things, I'd love to know, because it is very time consuming doing stuff like that. So actually, quickly, while we're on the topic of that, I'll show you how I've been picking the cards up. I have a price guide which I'm using to pick these guys up. So some teams will take a lot longer than others, just because of how expensive they are. But so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go bronze. I'm going to pick the team I want. For example, I know I need players from the Cowboys. I'm not going to do it on camera unless they are very cheap. And we just go. It's very simple, and I don't know why I'm explaining it, but it's just in case you guys don't know how to do it. All offense, and we'll go buy now. And if they're under, for bronzes, I've set the cap at 500, silvers 500, golds 700. If they're under that price, I pick them up because I know I have enough coins to work that out throughout every team. And I'll just go through all offense, all defense. If they're not there on buy now, I'll bid for them, because you can get them a little bit cheaper on bid. But obviously Cowboy players at the moment are reasonably expensive. So another one that I know I'm looking for are Jags bronze players. But they're very expensive because there aren't very many of them. So if you get lucky, as you can see, 4k there for the defense, and offense they tend to be around 3k. They're 3.5, so I'll just have to wait for these guys over time. Hopefully I can snag one on a bid like this. I mean, you'll be very lucky to, but you never know. You might be able to get one on a bid. That's what I'm waiting for. So hopefully when the new Man of the Month comes out, I'll be able to just unload everything quickly. Maybe buy him, get the guy quick, whoever it is, make a quick sale, and we'll make some nice profit off that. But what I'm going to do now is I'll jump into some gameplay for you guys, because I'm sure you guys want to see some gameplay with the new team and the new Randy Moss in the team, who I've I've used a little bit, but very sparingly so far. So this will be one of the first times I've used him. I mean, and Jerry Rice is anything to go by, he was insane last episode. So hopefully Randy Moss will be just as good. But for now, we'll jump into some games. Actually, quickly, before I jump into the games, I'll show you the record we're on in head-to-head at the moment. So what happened in the last one, we got a few disconnects and we ended up getting promoted, but there was disconnects all over the place and it wasn't worthy of showing you guys. But we need 3 more wins in this one. We're on a 4-win streak and no losses, so we should be able to get up. We are only in rookie first string, but to be honest, since I'm not an insane player, I won't be going up insanely high. I'll be happy to get into all pro. Personally, if I get through pro and into all pro, I'd be very happy with that. But we'll see how it goes down the series. But for now, we can get 7 wins. I think we could be able to get 3 wins out of the remaining potentially. Or get 3 wins by the time we get 4 losses, I think is very doable. So we'll see how we go from there. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. But for now, we'll jump into some gameplay. If you're enjoying the video, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel. And for now, we'll just jump straight into the games. So guys, in the first game today, every time I see that lineup, our top 3 players, I'm just speechless. But we come up against someone who has a very good team. He has AJ Green and Malcolm Jenkins from the new Campus Hero set. So this guy clearly knows what he's doing, because those players aren't cheap early on, and if he's got the money to get them, he's probably played the game for a reasonable amount of time. And as you can see on the first corner out there, he knew exactly where we were going. He was just a split second behind what was coming, and he read the screen perfectly there. I think if he'd have gone for the interception, that would have been a pick 6, but instead he went for the hit stick. Did make us get an incompletion, but fortunately for us, we managed to pick up the first down with Jerry Rice there, and we're going to slowly work our way upfield. And the corner out was working against him. He wasn't always gambling on it. If I sent someone over the middle like I do here with Dallas Clark, he was deciding to follow him sometimes or follow the corner out. One of the guys would be open. Unfortunately for us that time, Dallas Clark drops the ball. I didn't expect him to drop the ball whatsoever, because Dallas Clark has been so reliable for me. But we sent Tony Dorsett on a wheel route there, and he comes up big for us, getting a 20-yard gain and getting us the first down, which we definitely needed. But I think one of the big problems with Matt Stafford is, to be honest, I mean, play action works perfectly here, considering he didn't use it in the middle whatsoever. But one of the big problems I have with Stafford is, if I want to run any play actions, his play action rating is so low that no one ever bites on it, unfortunately. But it did work there, so we're 7-0 up. We blow up the run on the first play there with Jadeveon Clowney, who ended up having some very good games for us, and forced my opponent to a 3rd and 10. And there's no way he's running it. There's no way he's picking up 10 yards on the run. So I'm just going to go nice cover 4, sit everyone deep and make sure he can't get any easy yardage gains. He rolls out, and very unfortunately for him, drops the catch there, but I don't think he deserved to make that throw anyway, to be honest. I think we defended that very well. I'm only going to rush 2 guys here, and I think he only sent 3 downfield. Fortunately for us, we end up breaking up the play, and we get a field goal on the turnover. I mean, his defence wasn't bad. I think, on the whole, he was a better player than me, to be honest. We didn't deserve to be 10-0 up at this point. I'm just running the clock down towards the end of the first half. I want to go in with at least a lead. I mean, at this point, I know worst case scenario is 10-7 and he gets the ball, but I know I can score on him at least a field goal. And he launches it deep. So worst case scenario could actually be coming to fruition here. I always had a QB spy against him because he kept rolling out and he was playing it perfectly. Fortunately for us, though, he shanks the kick. So it's 10-0. We actually did force him to a field goal, which I was very happy about, considering he was a good player. But we will go into the second half now, going in the third quarter. And he runs a very hurry-up style offense, which I find very hard to deal with. As you can see there, we get a nice stop on the run. We're sending quite a few people on nice heavy blitzes, forcing him to long 3rd down plays. And he's got to pass it once again. So once again, I'm going to sit people deep, make sure he can't get a pass off or a deep pass off. Have everyone locked up. 2 people over the middle were open there. He does get one of them, but fortunately isn't a first down. So 4th and 3. Once again, I think he's going to throw it. So I'm going to gamble. I'm going to have Curse here. I'm going to roll him out of back into coverage, take off his read. Didn't go for the pick, just flew his arms in the air. But I've got to stop saying fortunately. Keep saying fortunately. But we get the turnover. get it to a 13-10 game. So it's still a 2-possession game, but if I get another field goal, I'll be out of his reach unless he goes for 2 points on both of the touchdowns if he does get them. So he's going to keep rolling out with Marcus Mariota. Fortunately for us, launches it straight into the area where Larry Wilson is lurking, and we know what Larry Wilson does best. He gets the pick and gets the win for us. So I think that's 5 wins in our run at the moment. We did get 2 losses off camera. Didn't actually put them on camera because one of the guys literally just ran the ball the entire game. There wasn't any highlights. He just ran the ball, picked up first downs very slowly. He had a lot of out of position guys. So he had Donald Penn, tight end. He had everyone, the best run blockers in the game in every position pretty much. And there was nothing I could do to stop him. Couldn't make the right adjustments. So I didn't see the point of putting that on camera. But coming into this game here, we're on 5 wins. I need 2 more wins to get the 7 out of 7. And I think that gets you the legend pack. I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look at that. But I do want to get the 7 wins to get that pack. And I think if we can get this win and then get... Well, we'll have 2 chances to get the 1 win over 2 losses. So I'm pretty sure we can do that. If we're coming up against guys like this, we are getting easy picks with Larry Wilson again. Going to run out of the middle. Tony Dorsett, to be honest, didn't set the world alight. I was hoping he would do a hell of a lot better, but his card, for the stats on the card, you'd think he'd be running, he'd be all over the place. He'd be so fast, he'd be agile, he'd be everything. He just wasn't. Not exactly sure what he's doing. He does make a very good catch here. I mean, he caught the ball while getting hit, but I mean, on the whole, he didn't make any big yardage gains for me in these games. So I'm going to see how he does. I do have Amir Abdullah now, so I might see how he does in the games, you know. Compare him to Tony Dorsett as to who I'm going to go with. Because Tony Dorsett, he does get a nice touchdown here. But I think any running back could have done that. And I think I'm more tempted to swap to a power back like Derrick Henry or something like that. Opponent makes a terrible read there. Somehow comes up with a catch with Larry Fitzgerald, I think that was, who was playing out of his mind for my opponent. Not sure why I was usering over the middle there. Using the flats, because he was never thrown to the flats, he was always thrown over the middle. But, you know, sometimes you just muck things up like that. I'm going to go for a wide receiver screen again. Everything was locked up. Randy Moss was gone, but we get hit on release there, so we don't get the touchdown. And that's a connection I'm going to try and build up a little bit, the Moss-Stafford connection. Comes up big here, as you can see, with a nice touchdown again. And this Randy Moss card, I know it was sort of a glitch to get him, and that does sort of taint the series a little bit, I think, considering we got a 500k card for free. But I mean, I'm not going to complain if he is that good. And we're winding down in the game here. My opponent, he hasn't got pretty anything on offense going, to be honest. I mean, barely running the ball. He was always throwing the ball, to be honest, thinking about it. He wasn't barely running the ball, he was never running the ball. And we're locking up his throws 90% of the time. He does get the odd throw off here and there. Slowly driving his way outfield. As you can see here, I'm pretty much sending everyone into coverage. I'm going to give him all the time in the world just to sit there, pick out his passes, and he makes a terrible read. That was what I was gambling on. Jadeveon Clowney makes a nice pick, and to be honest, he deserves something this game. Rolls into the end zone, gets the pick 6 for us. We end up, I think we just kicked the extra point there, or I think we might have gone for 2 there actually, because I had already missed an extra point. But my opponent, you know, runs down the clock, gets a field goal, but we do get ball at half. So it is pretty much coming towards game over. I think if I get one more score, that'll be it for him. We launch it upfield there with Stafford. Jerry Rice in double coverage, just stands there, picks the ball out of the air, and gives us a 50-yard gain when we deserved absolutely nothing. And that is the benefit of having the better players. Didn't deserve that play. Launched outfield, and Tony Dorsett, you think he should be getting better than that. You think he either hit the outside quicker, but unfortunately he didn't. Stafford getting a little bit fancy there, went with a play action, and nothing came of it. Did a little spin move. Forced us to 21 yards to the end zone. But I know we can get this. I mean, wide open over the middle there, Jerry Rice. He has absolutely nobody anywhere near him. And we are, I think, 26-0. Yeah, oh sorry, 26-3. Forgot he got the field goal at the end of the first half. But, I mean, it's game over at this point. We're winding down the clock a little bit. I'm going to give him maybe a little bit of hope. Goes with a play action. I'm just trying to use her over the middle. he makes an incredible catch there. I mean, that's a catch that you just shouldn't make. I mean, I don't even think the 97 rated Jerry Rice would make that catch, but I think it was 83 Mike Evans or whatever he is, makes the catch. Trying to bait over the middle here. Going to get a nice strip sack, and that is the end of the game. So 6 wins, 2 losses, and we have a chance to win our first Super Bowl. So if you've enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.